Morning, everybody. It is December 12th, 8:25 a.m. Got a big week ahead of us. Big week. Been talking about it for weeks. Um, we got FOMC. We got CPI. We got Fed Powell speaking on Wednesday. I'm sorry, Thursday, I believe. Lots of important stuff going on. All right, let's look at some watch lists here. And we got the VIX. The VIX is up 6.22%. No surprise there, um, especially with the incoming pending news. And crude is up a percent. Um, it's pretty oversold. Crude got very negative news with China. Um, their cases are going on since they eased. The cases have been going through the roof. So I'm not sure if this is crude, just people taking profits, but it basically broke a downtrend. Let's see here. People are buying bonds. The 30-year. Okay. Russell up 0.33. ES up 0.32. Nasdaq up 0.31. The Dow's up 0.23. Dollars is flat. And what else? Bitcoin's down 0.65. And the 10-year yield is down. That's why bonds are being bought. All right. Now, let's see here. Let's see, leaders and laggards. Not much to note here, really. BA, Nvidia, not really much to note. Roblox, not much to note. Qualcomm, that is a pretty steep decline there. I don't really know the news on that. It's down 2.58%. Pretty interesting. It's a semi. The other semis are not hurting as much. Interesting. I have to look. You know what? We can look at that right now. Let's just see. I just want to see. I'm curious. Maybe somebody downgraded them. That's what happened. Looks like Wells Fargo downgrades Qualcomm to underweight from equal weight. There you go. Price target is 105. So they got a downgrade. That's why that happened. That's really only the loser right now that I have on my board. Obviously, there's other stuff going on. Let's look at the sectors. All right, XLE, they just made a big turnaround from the lows. All right, but not really anything to note that I would say that I really would. Now, the only thing here, I recently added this to my thing, is this Hang Seng index here. Let me see. It's not giving me the numbers here. That's interesting. But it's telling me it's down. Because I wanted to look at what China was doing. So I added that to my list of indexes to look at least to monitor it. That's enough of that. All right, so let's get into the daily chart. All right, give me one sec here. Boom. All right. I did mention about, because we're around the most traded price of the year, month, week, all that jazz, that the market would play games. It did. It looked like, ooh, we looked like we're breaking out, and we didn't. Right? We didn't. So, market went up basically to the previous day's high, sold off, and we closed right at the support level, this key support, right? The 100-day moving average has been support. No surprise there. Okay? I mean, today, I don't know how much I expected it would to do today. Just to let you know, everybody in futures, this is a contract rollover. So the December contract is expiring and the March contract is starting. I recently rolled over into the new contract, which is the March contract, and my levels for the ES will have changed. Okay, My levels in the ES have changed. So I only do that when there's more volume trading in the contract, in the March contract. So that happened. So I'm now in the March contract. So levels for me, I had to do all my levels over again and stuff like that. So, oh, look at that, crude's getting sold now. All right. All right, let's get into that. So that's that, right? We already know that the defense here, this support here, 393, has been very important. Okay, looks like we dipped below it pre-market, and now we're above it, right? But we're still around this most traded price of the month, 396. Okay, we have our defenses. We have our 391. We have our 390. Okay, and above us, let's just mark off some things here that I see. Right here, we got a double top right there. Oop, let's do that. All right, that's above us. Our resistance above us, 398, 400. That's our resistance. Okay, let's look at the Qs. Let's look at those Qs. Qs. Here we go. So there we go. Look, we came up to the highs, sold off. 280 is a pretty important support level. That's held, right? And resistance was the 20-day simple moving average here and the 9 daily EMA. All right. And what do we got as far as our levels here, right? Most traded price of the month, 282. That's where the price is right now. No surprise there. Um, hmm. Above us, what do we got? We got this 285. We got 284. Below us, 280 and 278. Last line of defense. So that's what we got going in the Qs. To give you some perspective, what are we doing weeklies, right? We're in a range. We're in a range. Look at the weeklies. It kind of goes, oh, all right, that makes more sense. We're just at the lows, right? So just to give you some perspective. All right, let's go triple headed monster. 10-year yield in a range. In a range. Okay. Still downtrending in a range, right? Not showing its hand yet because that's waiting for Tuesday. That's waiting for Wednesday. All right. The VIX, though, is anticipating volatility. All right. I almost regret not playing calls on the VIX. Once this hit, I just thought about this morning. I was like, once this hit this support of 19, that probably would have been a good place to play some calls on the VIX because we knew this news was coming. That's an error on my part. That's an error on my part. However, the VIX has been in the range the last 3 days. Okay, even though it's up a lot today. All right, let's go to the dollar. Dollar's kind of been flat too. Yeah, see, just in a range. That's all we're doing. The dollar. All right. Just some news on the front. Um, yeah, Amgen is purchasing Horizon Therapeutics. That's a big purchase that's going on. Um, what else is going on? COVID in China is going nuts. Um, Rivian, I believe, just had a deal go through. Let me see what else here. Because I'm just waiting. I'm basically waiting. Let's see here. Yeah, there's not much to talk about here. Yeah, Microsoft's. Let's see. Microsoft is what it just said to take a 4% stake in the London Exchange Group, and in turn a 10-year commitment to its Azure cloud hosting service. Okay, that's what's going on with Amazon. But the big news is this week is Tuesday, Wednesday, CPI, FOMC. Okay, that's what's going on here. So let's go to the futures. You're gonna notice my levels are all gonna be different. Okay, I don't even have the right chart on. All right, all right. So I'll just start with the levels Let's see if we can make these bigger. Because you've been in a range, I can show the. There we go. There we go. All right. So now, most traded price of the month is 39.90. 39.90 is the most traded price of the month. Most traded price of the week, 39.68. Okay. So here we go. Most traded price of the week. Most traded price of the month. Okay. We should. I'd expect some ping ponging in between these two. Price is right here, 39.80. Okay. I believe we could stay here, waiting for tomorrow. That's not will not be a surprise. Okay. So right now we got our highs, our lows from Friday, right? It looks like we went lower initially. Okay. Made lows here, overnight lows, overnight highs. So now where are we, right? We're within the spike of the lower prices. Now there wasn't tons of news coming out the next 2 days, contract rollover, all this stuff happening. I would say like, okay, let's look at the spike. We just went lower, but like look where it went. We went right here. We closed right here at the most traded price of the week. Okay. So we're in the middle of yesterday's range. That always doesn't lead to much. We have a balanced session as far as where we opened. So we opened here. Okay, so we're the midpoint's here, so we're very close to being a balanced session. Okay. However, everyone pretty much would be long from the lows, so that's something to note. Okay. Even though they opened here, we came down here, but everybody here is now long, and we're at the highs. Okay, so that could lead to possibly a fade off the open, but we have to see that. Okay, but we're inside these big levels that could just cause ping pong action. So that's what I see right now. All right, remember, I'm not going to go into a lot of nook and cranny details because this market's waiting. It's waiting for tomorrow. It's waiting for Wednesday. Okay, it's been doing that. All right. Let's go to Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Worst price. No surprise. Most traded price of the month. Most traded price of the week. Where is that? Most traded price of the month is at 117.17. 117.17. Most traded price of the week. 117. Call it 117.50. Okay. No surprise there. All right. This is also a big node. This is the most traded price of the week of the 24-hour session. This is all sessions. Okay. So we're just in a big balance area. Okay. We're in a big balance area. So here we got the lows. Here we got the highs of the overnight. Same thing, right? We were gapping down and then we came back into range, and no surprise with the most traded price of the month. We got the highs from Friday. We got the lows from Friday. Okay. A lot of games played here. Just waiting for where. Excuse me. That's a big yawn. Um. So like I said, we have longs from these lows. Okay. And you know, we're coming into these two important balance chop areas. So, but if we can just come through these chops, come through the chops, come out of the chop zone, you have a good shot to maybe liquidate these longs. Good shot. But I don't know. I really don't know. Um, so I'm gonna show you really quickly one of my favorite charts, just to show you some levels now. Most traded price of the year now is 3994. 3994. Okay, I just wanted to show you that's this big node here, 3994. All right, 3994. And this is what I see immediately with this news. Now, the news could be tricky this week because let's say CPI, we'll go with it's hotter. We're going down for that, right? But then let's say if there's a surprise FOMC, that could cause another jolt to the market. So I definitely don't want to be in position to just, it's kind of hard to be like all bullish out. Let's say CPI is hot, that's bearish, right? So we're here, price is right here, right? We're around the most traded price of the year, the last year, the month, whatever. So we're gonna probably most likely land over here. Okay, that's it, up 38.47. The big move higher will be here, and that will be around 41.90. Okay, so we got 41.90, horrible, and we got 38.47. And I'm drawing this with a mouse, so okay, that's a 9. That's where the big moves are going to happen, because a huge move is going to happen from this balance area. I mean, this is just begging to blow, to go crazy. Okay, all right, now let's go to the Nasdaq. Notice we're at the big prices right here. We're at this big node for the year. Now that node is 117.44. That's the big level. All right, so we don't have these big as nodes around us. Okay, we don't have this big as nodes around us, but for the immediate, we do have a weekly VPOC here. So I would expect the market to come up to here, 121.62. What do we have below us? We have a weekly VPOC here. You see that? That's this node. That is 111.25. So that's either going 111.25, 25. Horrible. 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 111.25. Let me try that again. 25. Or we're going 121.62. You can see that number here. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. All right, let me just check on crude real quick. My baby crude. You guys can see what I'm seeing. All right, crude came down to the lows here. Just checking to see where it's at. It's pretty much starting to form the most traded price over here. All right, I just wanted to see it because I've been trading that a lot lately. All right, now let's just go over to the hourly chart. See some important levels. I'll hit you with the watch list while I do that. Okay. Give me one sec, guys. Alrighty. I'm gonna get some of these other levels on the charts for you guys to see. Alright. We got our lovely ES here with new levels. Alright, what do we have here, right? Alright, we got support 39.57. Clearly support, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now this is the overnight highs. Okay. Right here you can see that there's resistance here. Okay. I'm not putting. You got some a little range here. You can see that you would say resistance here, support here. That's such a small range though, so that's not much of a trade for me. It's not a significant level, but we do have the most traded price of the month here, most traded price of the week here, most traded price of the year here. Okay, so let's go over those levels one more time. Support 39.57, resistance 40.10, and then 40.21. We have a double top. Okay, I don't see us coming out of this range from here 40.21 to 39.57. I see this doing this. That's the big range. Here's the mini range. All right, because we got the most traded price of the year, most traded price of the week. We could do that. Okay, for today. For today. Okay, we do have a trend line down here. One touch, two touch, three touch. Okay, that's what I'm looking at today. Let's move over to the NASDAQ. All right, we got a nice wedge coming, which it will be broken to smithereens with the news. All right, what do we got? We got support at 116.34. We got support at 116.60. Very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have this trend line up here. We have this wedge. You can clearly see this wedge. Okay, now we have a trend line also, downtrend line. All right, and of course we got this friggin' drop zone here. All right, you can see where are we at. Most traded price of the year, most traded price of the month is right together. Most traded price of the week. Right? Here's our macro range right here. Boom, 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 boom. That's what we're doing. Here's the little range. Right? We're going to come right in here. All right. So we have a resistance 118.35, support 116.34, ultimate support 115.57. A big resistance of 119.61. This thing is Jesus. I thought we were gonna break that when we were here, but we didn't. So that's what to look out for, okay? But it's just crowded here. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. Most traded price of the year and the month and the week. I mean, that's traffic jam. We need to go out from here. We will. We will. We'll do something. I don't think too far, but we will. Okay? And then you got to think if we do, we probably go back in. And then we wait. Okay? I mean, don't get fooled by one of these moves. That's that's you can get fooled by thinking that we're going to go here or we're going to go here. That's a fool's game. Could it happen? Yes. Not likely. All right. I'll bring back the ES chart. We're going to get to the market profile. All right. Let's bring up market profile. Let's see what I can conjure up here because there's not a lot that I see a lot of edge today. All right. But I did just give you some insight on what I see. So let's go with. Okay, we're moving highs now. He's broke out of that little range that I was talking about in the ES, which is expected. All right, so let's talk about I really see a bullish? The bull or the bear scenarios that are not going to be all out. All right, so let's go with the bull. We'll go bull first. Okay, let's go with it number one. All right, now we're in this chop zone, so we got the most traded price of the month here and the most traded price of the week here. Right, we also know we have the most traded price of the year. Let me put that on the chart just so I can have that for reference. Let's put that. We got to put that on the chart, right? Now that that's there, now I can see that. You can see that this is just traffic jammed. All right. So if this can be continued, this move, all right, price is right here. All right. So we know we have longs here, right? This is the 100-day moving average, so I could see us doing this, bouncing off of it. Okay, taking out those little bit of longs at the top, and then we can come up here and just get chewed up by this. We could possibly kind of run through this, and I don't see us. We might tag on Friday's high, but then I feel we're gonna probably fall back. That's about as bullish as I'm gonna get here. Okay, let's go with the bear number two. All right, I can see us also moving up in here. Right, going to the most traded price of Friday and failing, and we come back down to the most traded price of the week, and we visit the overnight lows, and I think we bounce. All right. Number three. Okay, notice that I don't feel anything's gonna make a move of note until tomorrow. So initially, I think we come out to these edges, and then the trade is to return to the mean, go to the edge, come back in. That's what I just feel like is gonna happen. And however we get there is however we get there. Okay, because there's just so much traffic here, and if you don't know, you're not aware. I mean, you have to be pretty amateur, and that's not an insult. That's just not having experience or having to know the most trader prices like I chart. But even you could see it on the chart. It doesn't take a rocket science to how much balance we're in, okay, and how long we've been balancing. So that's just you have to be aware of that. And price is very tantalizing. Price can fool a lot of people into thinking that, oh my God, we're going higher, when the market's not set for that right now. Okay, let's go to the Nasdaq. It's not going to be much different. Number one, we're right here. Like I said, we're going to have problems. We probably can take out some of these longs, have problems, have chop. Maybe we make it up to here. 9 EMA daily, and I think we come back here. Do I think we can reach here? Possible. 2. We can also come up here, come into the supply zone, fail, we chop, come down here, pop, bounce off, wait for the move. 3. Again, that's just pushing up, coming back in, pushing down, coming back in. Okay, we're waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the key. So I think everybody's best bets today is to look for a move, because we're going to have some type of move, not a breakout move, but we're going to have some type of inside out move, either it be to here. And then I think when people think, oh my God, we're going to go, that's the time to fade it back. Same thing with the go down. Oh my God, look, we're already here. We just broke the lows, and it gets everybody roped in, and then it's going to get the rug pull, and we're going to do this. And then we're going to chop in here for tomorrow. That's the name of the game today. You want to see what I would say is when the VWAP, okay, here's a little thing, here's a little tidbit, okay, when VWAP is a straight line, okay, when that's straight, like we've been having, that the VWAP is telling you there's not a slope. There's not a slope going up or a slope going down. That it's more than likely the market's going to stretch like a rubber band. And when it goes higher and it's pushing away from VWAP and VWAP is not sloping up, you're most likely going to snap the rubber band back and it's going to come back and it's going to revert to the mean. Especially if there's not a lot of strength in the market. Okay? Like what I like to look at here really quick, I'm going to show you one last thing. You look at my internals. Okay? A good thing to note. These are all from the open, these sectors, by weight. Here's the top four. This is another little tip. If from the open you have Infotech, which is 26.4% of the market, if you have this in healthcare, not an agreement in healthcare, so let's say that Infotech is green and healthcare, which is 16, let's call it 16% of the market. Let's say if they don't agree, chop. You're gonna have a choppy market. You're not gonna get a lot of like nice moves. You're not. You're not. And especially if these are mixed too, you're just gonna get chopped. All right. All right, guys. That's all from me. Big days next 2 days. Okay. All right. I wish everybody good luck today. Remember, remember, do not get fooled by price today. Okay. Now, could anything happen? Yes, I know that. I'm not telling you we can't do something with some kind of news. That is always the case. But just the probability is on if we get extended up or get extended down, we're probably going to be like a rubber band and snap right back to the mean. Okay? And I'll look at that midday if I see that and I'll update. All right? Give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.